Hey everybody, welcome to Sports Check. Today we're talking the new college football playoffs, shot clocks, and Mike Rice is already back coaching basketball. Find out where next. Hello everyone, hi. Ever had one of those days? Anything that requires effort today will feel the sting of my relative apathy. Cleaning, dishes, laundry, not gonna do it. Leaving my bed, not happening. Cooking, hot pockets. Showering, maybe. But when I'm in full-on lazy mode, normally nothing is affected, outside of my spinal column. But that wasn't the case when BCS director Bill Hancock and the old boys club got together to name the new 14 playoff starting in 2014. Don't worry, nobody busted a hip on this one. They barely raised their blood pressure. So after endless deliberation on a yacht somewhere, the committee decided to name the new college football playoff College Football Playoff. Try slapping that on a t-shirt. Hey, we call a spade round here. Ah, I see Mr. Hancock is hearkening back to the old proverb. When in doubt, do nothing. To be fair, they said they didn't want to get too cutesy with the name to avoid gimmicks, but give me a little creativity! I've put more effort into a tuna sandwich, climbing an escalator, operating my remote control. Would it have killed you to come up with a few options? The Iron Four, the Four Horsemen, the SEC Championship. But no, the BCS just couldn't go quietly. It had to track mud on the playoffs as it left. It's pretty obvious that the committee is trying to create as much excitement as possible. And their next move? Look at all those awesome logo ideas! Bottom line, this feels like a cop-out. Because it is! Think about it. Why did McDonald's go with the name Big Mac? Because double cheeseburger with a middle bun just didn't make the cut. Okay, before we move on, I wanted to touch on a subject that I'm personally passionate about. And no, it's not Weight Watchers. You guys know how I feel about college basketball. When it's not boring, it's painfully boring. Or it's halftime. But I've found the silver lining. In just a few days, the NCAA Board of Directors will meet to discuss shortening the men's shot clock from 35 to 30 seconds. The shot clock! Genius! Why didn't I think of it before? One of the reasons the college game has suffered is the exorbitant amount of time the teams have to score the basketball. At times, a team will dribble the ball up the court and then be able to stand around for half the shot clock before time forces any sense of urgency. And God forbid an offensive rebound give them another 35 seconds to think about it. And it's been killing the game, especially since the best players who can score tend to leave school fairly early. Honestly, the men's and women's shot clock should have been switched years ago, because I know you ladies need a little extra time to get ready. It's okay. Anyway, I'm a huge fan of the move. Personally, I take it down to 25 seconds. Because if the NCAA wants to be the NBA's second-tier farm league so badly, they could at least facilitate the transition a little better for their employees or students. At this point, I think everyone's familiar with Mike Rice and how his unique style of coaching landed him in the firing line at Rutgers. The former head coach hurled insults and basketballs at his players for several seasons as a motivational tool. Because basketball is a sport of violence, exclusion, and degradation. Sounds like Patches O'Houlihan. You gotta dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge. Sounds pretty simple, but Rutgers wasn't a fan. A few days afterward, with some time to reflect, Mr. Rice responded with a heartfelt apology.
I stated 3 months ago, after I watched the video, how
still a bunch of pansies. What do you mean you went back and watched the tapes? What, you blackout? Don't remember?
Ah, Hulk smash and call you a fairy!
I also stated I was going to try to work on changing, and I think I've accomplished a lot of that.
Which brings me to the main point of my segment. Just how much have you changed, Mike? Apparently it didn't take Rice long to get back to work, as he continued his job as coach for his daughter's 12-year-old AAU team. But it doesn't end there. All the girls' parents fully support him. What? So, naturally, a few eyes are going to be on Rice to follow up on his behavior. And as you can see here, he hasn't changed a thing. Well, look at this guy. One of my moles is watching Mike Rice coach 12-year-old girls at Homedale High in New Jersey. Crazy as ever, yelling at both kids and refs. Nice. Just told a 12-year-old girl, I can't even look at you. What a class act. Incredible, this guy. They just let this guy back on. They fully support this guy. Okay, and just to clarify, he's actually coaching. This is no joke here, folks. No joke. And the award for best parenting goes to... It's really a toss-up between these guys and the moms from Toddlers and Tiaras. Plus, this guy still hasn't learned his lesson. I can just imagine good old Mike screaming at a sobbing preteen. There's no crying in basketball! You fairy! Some people never learn, and in Rice's case, it's unlikely. Until, of course, the one day he chooses to pick on someone his own size. Alright everybody, that's the show. Thanks for watching, and I hope you liked it. And don't forget to leave me a comment below the video on Facebook or YouTube, and don't forget to subscribe. Also, next week I want to get back to y'all's questions. Last time it was a lot of fun, we got a lot of good questions. So, again, anything, basketball, baseball, football, equestrian, badminton, it doesn't matter to me. So just send them my way, Facebook, YouTube, and yeah, we'll get them all in on next week's episode. So, till next time, I'm Seth Hagan, and this has been your Sports Check. Later.
Why didn't I watch more Sports Check?